we need to make sure that our linkages have been set correctly. Now my settings were with the lines settings, the exact millimeters as they stated, and I just want to bring something to your attention. If you have a look along just behind here, you'll notice that there's a bolt here, center bolt there, this front section here, that there, okay, all are perfectly in line. Okay, so that needs to be perfectly in line there. Now with that being said, if I turn it a little bit, you'll see the other side of it. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll go up a bit, to show you. I'll try to do this without stuffing it around too much. Also, this line behind here, there is a bolt over here, that one there, and that there. The fly bar cage needs to be dead smack center across that. And also, of course, this bolt needs to be going directly vertical down the whole length of the shaft, as you can see there. Once you've got all that correct, then your head is pretty much set all the way up the top. So just going down again, you can see that there is all aligned, and that's all aligned, and that's at 90 degrees. Okay. Now to follow down, we need to make sure that our servos are at 90 degrees. And as you can see there, they're at 90 degrees. Okay, I've got both sides are already set to the correct lengths as per Align's recommendations for the linkages, and it just so happens that with the Align servos that we have a perfect 90 degree here. Well, actually on all of the three servos we're perfectly at 90 degrees. What I'm going to do now is the swash plate alignment. So I'm going to remove all these linkages, remove the whole head assembly off, and get the swash plate alignment tool and ensure that this whole swash plate is absolutely level, and then I'll come back and check again. What I did was get into the pitch curve menu of the DX7 and put the throttle hold switch on, and then I moved my stick till I get 50%. Right, so that way I know I'm dead smack center 50% on the stick. Then we come up to have a look at the servo. Okay, that's at mid stick, and as you can see I no longer have that perfectly straight, so I'm going to have to shorten all the linkages going to the servos to drop the swash plate down. And of course further up that's no longer in alignment there as well. So it's about there for an angle. So as you can see, then the blade grips are also out. Everything gets thrown out. So just have to lower that swash, lower all the linkages by one turn and come back and check again. I have my servo 90 degrees, working my way up. That's now again straight across. That's all lined up, and of course the blade grips, because I've got that bolt going through it, or the hex key going through it, you can see is also at 0 degrees. So now if I hold the stabilizer and just move the stick up and down, I should get the same swing both directions. It's at 0 degrees at the moment. Okay, we've got to adjust to get to 12 degrees. So there's my 12 degrees. And let's have a look here, how are we going? So that's my full positive stick. And that's correct there. That was fortunate. It's exactly 12 degrees. Let's go the other direction. And of course, because everything's been aligned correctly, I've got my 12 degrees in the negative as well. So I don't need to adjust it, it's perfect. Okay, so I'm also going to check for 6 degrees on elevator and pit and aileron. Raise that up a bit so you can see. It's very hard to show on video. So I must have a little bit more than 6 degrees on elevator. That's fine, it's probably about 8 degrees I would say. Yeah, it's more like 8 degrees. Maybe 7. There's 7 degrees. Yeah, it's about 7 degrees. So I'm 1 degree more on I'm 1 degree more on elevator. Now to turn it to the aileron. facing the heli away from me. And I'm probably about 8 degrees there, so I'm going to back off the aileron just a touch. Yep, so 5% less on the aileron. So as it stands on my radio, I'll show you. So as it stands on my radio, I have the aileron at 50%, the elevator at 55%, and the pitch at 55%, giving me all the correct angles. I mean, I'm running 1 degree more on aileron and elevator, but that basically gives me all the angles I need.